everyone. I am Pastor Mike. How are you today? Who's really good? Clap your hand if you're really good. All right. Hey, I have slides. I only have about 5. You see the title of the slide. Is there a misprint? Sometimes, somebody say yes. What's the problem? Sometimes you win, sometimes you someone said lose. But the reality of it is sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So I want to talk about when we lose, it should really be a learning opportunity. And as leaders, you will fail sometimes. But it's only a failure if you don't learn anything from it. So let's jump right into this. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. 3 points I want to make today. One is when you win, enjoy your success. Enjoy your wins. Celebrate it. Remember that feeling. There's greatness inside each and every one of you, and I've come today to remind you to embrace the greatness that's already on the inside of you. I coach my grandson's basketball team. Right? I've been coaching. He's 12 years old. I've been coaching him since he's been about 3. And he said, Papa, my new school don't have a coach for this year for the middle school basketball team. Papa, can you come and coach the team? And of course I said, no. Come on, Papa, come and coach the team. I don't think I want to do that. Then he came home from school one day. I told the teachers, you're the new coach. He's a leader. He speaks things into existence. So finally I went, I talked to the athletic director, and she gave me her pitch, and I said, okay, I'll coach the team. And it was great because it was 15 players. Man, there was a lot of people on the team. But I decided to coach them. We were having practice. I was teaching them about the fundamentals. I said, I'll coach the team, but here are the 4 points we're going to do. 4 pillars. It was a Christian school, so we're going to practice Christian behavior. We'll be encouraging. We will support one another. Good sportsmanship, pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, you will learn fundamentals to get ready for the next level. Pillar number 3, we will have some fun. And pillar 4, we will win a few games. So the teachers liked it, the parents liked it, the students got with the program, and I was feeling good because I saw kids who had never played before. They were learning how to play, they were working well together, we're having a great time. I felt like I was on top of the world. I embraced my superhero. Hi, I'm Batman. I embraced my superhero that was inside of me. The Batman came out. Man, I was feeling good. The parents would come to practice and see what we were doing. They were seeing what their kids could do, and they felt great. I felt great. I felt so good. Do you know of any coach that's really good? Coach of any sport. Somebody, anybody. Tell me, who? Yell it out. Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots won many Super Bowls. That's who I felt like coaching this team. I felt like Bill Belichick. Who else? Mrs. who? Mrs. Zen, coach over there at the Kennedy High School. I felt like Mrs. Zen. I could do anything. I let the inner me, my inner superhero, come out like Mrs. Zen. Who else? Dad that coaches the softball team. Who else? Mom that coaches volleyball. One more. All right, we got all of these people who feels good coaching, and that's what I felt like. You know, I felt like the first time I was in a basketball game, I got a fast break, and I was running down the court. There was one man to beat, and he jumped up to block my shot, and I jumped too, and it felt like I was on an escalator. I went higher, and then higher, and then at the apogee, that's the highest point, I was able to dunk the ball over the man. I felt good. And that's how I felt being a coach. And I would need to hold on to that feeling because how many of you know you want to always have that feeling with everything you do. So I want to encourage us when we win, when you pass that test and you score a perfect score, remember that feeling. when you're endeavoring and doing something for the first time and you knock it off the park, remember that feeling, because you'll need to draw upon that. So the first point I want to remind us is enjoy your win. Enjoy your successes. Remember it. Celebrate it. Bring others to celebrate with you. Coaching that team felt good. But then we had our first game. Prepare for the challenges, because we won't always win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So we had the first game, and we went over, and man, I felt good. I was feeling good. My team came, we had the two team captains. They ran out there, and they did what they had been taught to do with me on the sideline. They started their calisthenics. Everybody lined up, and they went, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. They did it all the way to 10. They knew what to do. Then they started stretching. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. Man, it looked good. Everybody was in formation. I'm an old military man too, so it looked good. They were making me proud. Then after that, they stretched to the right. 1, 2, 3. And they did it to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then after that, they dropped down. Assume the position. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. It was knocking it off. Knocking it off. Boy, they look good. They look good. I was so proud of them. Then we looked at the other end of the court. And there were giants down there. My tallest kid, who played center, came up to my shoulder. This is middle school, 5th and 6th grade. Their point guard could look me eye to eye. What have I got myself into? They're scared. I'm scared. I'm thinking, I don't know if I can beat them. There are giants down there on the other side. It was fearful. 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 But just like our superhero, we have to have courage to face our fears. Every now and again, we have to say to our fear, "Hi, I'm Batman." And we have to have the courage to go on anyway. See, understand that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is going on in spite of fear. You go on anyhow. So we looked at those giants and said, you know what? We came to play ball. We came to bring our A game. We came to win. So get that fearful look off your face. Let's get some courage in our hearts, and let's go out here and play ball. They did, threw the ball up as a jump ball. My guy done way down here, the ball way up there, and the Giants knock it, and they controlled the tip. And they started going at it. They scored first, but then we scored. They scored again, but so did we. But see, here's the rules of middle school basketball. Every kid must play about the same amount of time. So while my A team were smaller, they were hanging in there. But when I brought in the B team, the score changed. They went up by 2, by 4, by 5, by 8. And when I brought in the C team, their spread kept growing. To by the second half, they were up by 14 points. 14 points. Now we can pack up and go home. We can hang our head, our tail between our legs, or, hi, I'm Batman. We can deal with this superhero that's on the inside of us. And then towards the second half, when there were about 5, 6 more minutes left, the 18 put them back in. And they started working. They were persevering. They were trying to get there. We were down by 14 points. And then we're down by 12. And then by 10. And we kept working it. We're shooting the ball up. And it was like the angels from heaven were grabbing the ball and just dropping it into the basket. Because to this day, I had no idea how they made so many shots so quickly. We were down by 8, by 6, by 5, by 4. We were down by 3 points with a few seconds left in the game. The ball came off the rim. They missed the shot. We got a rebound. We're down by 3, only a few seconds left. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving forward. We had to keep moving forward. You heard about Steve Jobs in 1985, kicked out of his own company. He started Next Computer. 11 years later, Apple bought Next Computer, so he came back and eventually made his way back to the CEO spot. He had introduced the MacBook, great success, iPod, iPhone, iPad. Transformed the company because he kept moving, he kept persevering, because he knew what he wanted to do. But not only him, you heard about Abe Lincoln. 8 times he lost the election. Henry Ford tried to invent the Ford Motor Company and invented the T Model car, Model T, but he had gone bankrupt 5 times before that. Broke. And you heard about the rest on there, but they kept persevering. And what I want to say to you, when you fail, keep persevering. Get yourself up and keep going. As leaders, we don't quit. We were down by 3 points. We got the rebound, going down the court. My best guy has the ball. He's going down the court. We're only down by 3. Time is almost out. Here we are. Can you see it? Can you see? If you're listening, say amen. So we're going down the court. He goes down to the sideline. And we got this great opportunity to tie the score. Great opportunity. I was so proud how they took courage, had courage, and they persevered, only down by 3 points. And we're getting ready to release the shot. We lost the ball out of bounds. We lost the game by only 3 points. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you learn. So what did we learn from that particular loss? It's only a failure if you don't learn. And see, with us as leaders in the room, you leaders have to have the right spirit to be able to learn. One of my friends told me, Coach, you should have called timeout. So I don't blame the team for losing. I credit the team for the incredible comeback. But as a coaching error of a first-time coach of organized basketball, should have called timeout and put in a 3-point play to at least give us an opportunity to win the game. But I missed it. That was on me. As the leader of the team, that was on me. So would I repeat the mistake again? You would think that, right? We were in a tournament, and we played this other team in a tournament. This team was good. By the way, that team that we lost to the first game ended up being the winner of this major tournament. So this next team we played, we crushed them, man. We learned something. We crushed them. We beat another team. But there's one team. It was a tight score all the way down to the end. And again, we're down by 3 points. We have the ball. What do you think I did this time? I forgot to call timeout. And we lost again by 3 points. Every game after that, if it's close, I'll call the timeout. Because I learned from that point. But it took me 2 times of losing the same way. And by the way, those 2 teams we lost to would go on to compete for the championship. So we lost to 2 of the best teams. I encouraged my team. We came in 4th place out of 11 teams, so we did very well. But I encouraged the team because I told them, you were fearful, but you had courage, and you went on anyway. You persevered. You fought all the way to the end. But the lesson was on me. And as leaders, you have to learn from your failures, learn from your mistakes, because that's how you grow. Had I won every game, I would not be a better coach. I'd just be a big-headed person. But because I lost the same way twice, it humbled me to take a look within. And now when I see a team up, I learn to call timeout. That's the same thing in life. You see you're losing, somebody's getting the best, it's time to call timeout. So we can take an assessment of the situation and course correct if necessary. We had to hit the reset button. LeBron, anybody know LeBron James? LeBron James did not know how to win a championship his first time through Cleveland. So he left. He went to Miami. He got with Dwayne Wade, who had won a championship, and with Pat Riley, a general manager with many championships, and he learned how to be a champion. And once he learned how to be a champion, he hit the reset button, and he came back to Cleveland. And what happened in 2016? He brought us to the promised land. He brought the championship back. But had he not learned, he probably would have stayed here and kept repeating the losses. Right? So we have to embrace the lessons when we lose. Failure, somebody say failure. What about this side of the room? Somebody say failure. Failure is only a failure if we don't learn from it. Because the truth of the matter is, really, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn, and every time we fail, we don't get it. We have to recognize it's a learning opportunity. It took Thomas Edison 1,000 times to figure out how to create a light bulb. But he kept going. Colonel Sanders knocked on over 1,000 restaurant doors before someone said yes to his now famous Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe. Failed many times, but they kept going. So once we fail, we learn what went wrong. We course correct, then we get up and we try again. That's the sign of true leadership. The question is not, will you fail? The question is, after you fail, will you get back up, learn from it, and try again? And as leaders, I pray the answer to that question is a resounding yes. So enjoy your successes, prepare for the challenges, and make sure you learn the lessons. In conclusion, as leaders, we have to. I urge you, I beseech you, dare I say, I implore you to have a growth mindset, which means that every opportunity is an opportunity to learn. It will make you a better leader. Amen? Amen. Amen. All right. Any questions before I get off stage? No questions. Too much peace, huh? Now it's time for questions. Yes, sir. In the shirt. Red shirt. I think you asked me, is failure the path to success? Absolutely. The path to success is littered with lots of failures. But there are failures that someone learned the lesson from those failures that got them to success. I think Steve said it earlier, no one got to success in a straight line, right? It's littered with failures along the way, with lessons learned. Anybody else? Yes, sir. Ma'am, I can't see you. Let me hear you. She said, where do you preach at? Well, I'm now a community pastor. I had a church in Painesville, a church in Cleveland, but I preach at various churches throughout the Cleveland area now. So I'm on this circuit now, helping other pastors grow their churches. But thank you for that. Yes, sir. One more question? Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Stand up and shout it out for me because I can't hear you. I'm an old military man. I think he said, should it be learn from failures and then try harder for success? Oh, absolutely. Learn from failure and then try hard for success. Because I'll tell you, you have an opportunity over a lot of people. Success takes work, and most people are not willing to do the work. You already have an advantage because you're willing to do the work. So hey, I salute you, men and women of valor. You have greatness inside of you, and anytime you have any doubt, look at your bracelet or just do like I do. Hey, I'm Batman.
Give it up one more time for Pastor Mike. Now, he had some incredible messages. Not only is he Batman, but he had some